into it. His passive is called Heavy Glaive. This is a pretty cool passive because it gives him cleave auto attacks when he's in melee range. So it'll do a cleave around him for 25% of his basic attack damage. Also, while he's in that range, if you're attacking somebody, you get the normal autos and the cleave damage as well, which is really nice. He's very strong in melee range. The cleave cannot critical strike either, but it's just good for clear, attacking people and whatnot. Kind of a cool ability. His first ability is called Shifter of Seasons. This is a steroid that you can swap between 4 different steroids of. One is a lifesteal, which is 5 to 15% physical lifesteal. Summer Heat, which is 5 to 25 increased damage plus 10% of your physical power on all of your auto attacks. Autumn Decay, which is a 10 to 26 protections reduction. Very strong. And then a Winter's Chill, which is 7 to 15% slow. The things that you want to go... the spring one is very good when you're boxing or you're low on HP for the lifesteal. Summer's Heat is good for objective clear and just extra damage when you're attacking people while you're at full HP. Autumn's Decay is really good against tanks and if you're on an objective to reduce the protections for 7 seconds. It's good to start out with an Autumn's Decay and then rotate into the thing that you want. However, you know, it requires a little bit of brain power. You know, it's not just one and done. But very strong to start out with your Autumn's Decay. And Winter's Chill is if you're fighting somebody who is about to get away from you, or if you're fighting somebody that you know you can kill, but you're just worried about them being able to escape from you. Very strong as well. I think this is a very cool ability. His 2 ability is called Bramble Blast. This is his first ability you're going to level up, and it's going to one that you're going to want to level up all the way through. It does 60 to 200 base damage with 70% physical power scaling. If you hit them in the direct center, it roots them for 1 second. It also has an area damage of 6 to 22 with 5% physical power scaling for 5 seconds, and it does that damage every 0.5 seconds. So you can get up to 10 ticks of that, giving you, what would that be, 220 plus 200 base damage, giving you 420 damage, 420 plus 125% physical power scaling. You're not going to land all the ticks on it, though, but it's nice to have a little bit of that tick damage on them. Pretty good ability. His 3 ability is a dash. This is a very quick dash. A very aggressive dash too. Cernunnos charges forward, damaging crashing through all types of enemies. It does 70 to 290 base damage with 80% physical power scaling. And it reduces its cooldown every single time you level up. I personally like leveling up this ability second, just to have more dashes, and then also the extra damage on it's pretty good. I like to do aggressive dashes every now and then. But yeah, pretty simple, pretty standard ability. His 4 ability is the Wild Hunt. This is his best ability, which most ultimates are, but this one I think is just objectively, you know, just so strong. It polymorphs an area with a 25 radius on it. So it's a very, very large radius. After 1 second, it'll do 200 damage to 400 damage with 90% physical power scaling. It'll polymorph them for 2 seconds. Now that polymorph has no diminishing returns. What are diminishing returns? If you get CC'd in a consecutive amount of time, it reduces the CC duration. Like a Ymir freeze. If you freeze them once, it'll do 3 seconds. If it's within a relatively short time, it'll do 2 seconds, 1 second, you know, up and down to a very minimal amount of CC. So this is always a 2-second polymorph. Very strong if you're throwing it on somebody who's already been CC'd a little bit. And then it also gives them a 20% slow while they're polymorphed. Very powerful ability. This is great if people are jumping on you or if they're escaping. It's a good combo with it too. I really enjoyed this ultimate. As for a build form, I think you have a couple different ways you can go. However, the way that I prefer is Leather Cowl, Ichabod, Aussie, Wind Demon. That is the core items that I'll build pretty much every single game. I can switch up the order, but I think those are very strong just in any sort of circumstance. You could also go a Mannequin's Scepter if you'd like. You could also switch out Aussie for Devourer's Gauntlet. However, I prefer the extra attack speed. It's just, you know, some people like going different ways, but I've seen great success with this. It scales really well. That's a very nice power curve. Onto that, you're going to counter build with your last 2 items. You can either go something defensive. I don't recommend going defensive. However, Toxic Blade would be good if they have a lot of healing. You can throw this in probably where your Aussie's at, or a little bit later if you are still doing quite good. As for the damage items that I would substitute in, Executioner is pretty good. I like Dominance. I prefer Dominance, more damage, but if you do want the extra attack speed from Executioner, it's not too terrible. Again, I like Dominance, though. At this point, if they're squishy, I would probably go Deathbringer just to capitalize on the extra damage that I can do. If you're fighting a lot of tanky people, go Kin Size. Or if you just want more penetration, go Executioner. However, stacking Pen doesn't work because this reduces it, and then this will penetrate that already reduced protections. So I would probably, if I were going this, I would end with Kin Size Or, if they're very squishy, I'd probably go Deathbringers and then Dominance to finish it out. But that's sort of how I would build him. He does pretty good with a standard Beads and Aegis. However, for your head, Heavenly Wings, it's pretty good. Magic Shell, I think, is great if you're boxing a lot of attack people. It's just good for your team, good for you. Like that quite a bit. As for ability level ups, the 2, Ultimate, 3, and then 1. I level up the 1 last. However, you know, if you want to level up the 1 first, that's fine. I think the decreased cooldown on the dash, the extra damage that provides is ideal, as well as Bramble Blast is his main damage ability and his lockdown. Anyway, we're going to be moving on to the next thing. Hey, what is up, guys? I just want to go over a little bit of tech information for Cernunnos. Starting out with, you know, Hunters, I find they're very hard to aim. I don't really play too many Hunters, so one thing I would recommend, go into Jungle Practice, start throwing stuff at this Totem Bot, swap between some of them, just to kind of get a feel for the timings and the aims, for it to become comfortable with you. I think that'd be a really good way for people to practice getting good with Hunters. I know that's always something that I wanted to know when I was playing Hunters, because I frickin' suck with them. Also, having better ping. Better ping helps a shit ton. Anyway, on to some tech for him. You can cancel out with a 3 if you right-click it, which is kind of cool. His Summer Stance also does always more damage than his Autumn Stance. So let's jump in right there. The extra 25, and this is with no scaling, because you get, I think it was like, what, like 10% extra scaling on Summer Heat. Even with no scaling, we're going to hit 1 auto. That's going to be 73 and 21. So that's going to be a total of 94. With the Protection Reduction Stance, that is going to be 87. So that's at 0 protections. And it's even worse at, like, max protections. So let's throw it on with, oh, this is always such a pain in the butt to do. I should have started it out the other way. Okay. Anyway, at max protections, that does 27. 6 and then 21. That's 21, 22. So it really, you know, your Summer Stance is always going to be your strongest one. If you're just focusing on damage, however, you know, Lifesteal and the slow on it are also very strong. One thing that I would recommend, though, is always throw one auto out within the Autumn Stance. Switch over to whatever one you want, and you get some extra damage. So instead of 26, that's doing, what, 28 now? Which ain't too shabby. It ain't too shabby. Or 27 to 28. However, it does more of an effect towards the beginning of the game. Because instead of 94, that's what doing 112. So quite a bit of a damage increase, but that's how I would recommend to sort of go with his one ability. Always try to throw an auto out in the Autumn Stance. It's not always easy to do or easy to think about. And then switch to whichever one you want to do. You know, if you need Lifesteal, you need extra damage, or if you need to slow him down. Anyway, guys, we're going to move on to the next thing. Hey, what is up, guys? I just want to go over your ideal damage combo for Cernunnos, and you got a couple different ones you can go in. So first off, I would start in the Autumn Stance. In a real game, you're probably not going to be able to be this meticulous. I have a hard time thinking about it, but Autumn Stance auto, you're going to switch over to the 3. I would recommend to dash in at this point, throw the 2, auto, and then ult, and then keep on autoing them. This gets you in melee range, so you can have the extra damage, and then allows your everything to combo out really nicely. However, if you want to go at a different sort of way, you could 2 in, auto, they're already stuck, and then dash, and then use your ultimate. I like being a little closer in range, so you can get those increased auto attack damages. I think that's my preferred method. However, if they have a jump, what I would recommend is that, and then swap over, use your 2. If they jump out of the way, ult where they jump at, and then dash towards them, and then just attack them around. With Cernunnos, you really want to be in melee range for that extra 25% extra damage. And yeah, that's sort of how I would combo him, but let's move on to some gameplay now. Hey, what the fuck is up, guys? We're back to another 3v3 Joust, my A to Z series. I am playing Cernunnos. We have a Soul and the new Assassin God on our team. So we're going to go our Leather Cowl, our Tier 1 Ichabal, 2 healing pots, 1 mana pot. For their team, Beads I think is going to be pretty ideal. And yeah, we're going to run into lane. 2 points in the 2, 1 point in the 1. We're probably going to want to focus this Anubis down. Also, the Pele wouldn't be too terrible. Okay. That was not expected.
Scouting is a vital skill.
I guess I'll pop a health pot. Shit. Oh, he's good. He's decent. Hit him up. So 2 autos. And we gotta uncommit.
getting started.
Good damage. And they're gonna get red. So because of that, we're gonna clear wave real quick.
This must be how your parents
Ooh, this is not a great start to the game. Anubis is doing great, though. Let's just clear those out. Oh, my lord. That's awful. Alright, extra damage.
The forest runs rampant.
Let's clear this out. You can have that.
Thanks.
Stop right there.
We're getting way too greedy.
That guy is dead.
Good hit right there. Good hit.
Jealous.
I just chased him down, so I wasn't able to miss that. Yeah, good hit. We're gonna pop those just so we can stay in lane. And we're gonna grab the little minis up top. If they're available. That King Art is really aggressive. Which is good for us. I'd rather have somebody be over-aggressive than not aggressive. They're throwing shit in right there. I don't have my stun or my root. So not smart to go in. Watch what she's trying to go and do. I just want to clear wave, you know?
The forest runs rampant.
A little bit of damage, clear wave.
Silly.
She's dead.
That is for enemies.
Nothing I could really do about that. Oh, if I could have rooted him. He's good with those. He really is good with his abilities.
And so, our hero's story.
Nice, I ulted for that.
Alright, so you killed a guy.
I do have beads. So this Goobus is somebody that I could go on. Please, yeah.
More like your ally.
So I just dashed through so we could get the kill.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't trust myself. I don't trust him either, though. Hey! Oh, baby. I knew he was going to go for it. So I threw it out a little bit sooner. Oh, that was good. That was good.
Essential.
Okay. I knew he was kill hungry. Yeah, this Anubis is the one that we gotta watch out for. He's really good at hitting in his wraps. Gotta just be able to juke him out, I guess. Are we letting them have this? We let them have it. What the?
I don't know what I expected.
Yeah.
For life begins
Alright,
anew.
so you died.
That was bad, but the team was in a bad position, and I was trying to help him out. Oh, you gotta kill her.
Your team
Thank
did
you.
Thanks. No problem. Be right.
Even if I would have beat Anubis right there, I wasn't gonna get the kill. I didn't have anything. I didn't prolong his stay, though. I'm gonna go grab her blue. I think they got this. If not, I'm not gonna be over there in enough time. And we're just gonna smack this down. If I get in, like, melee range, I do a crap ton of damage. I just gotta be able to beads and then melee range the Anubis. Okay, good. Good. Nice.
Murder.
I wasn't able to dash through her, but I was able to get the kill. Oh yeah, he's dead. He's dead. I fuck. I really want to follow him up, so I changed that to the slow one. And that was good. I did much more damage than Anubis up close. That and I had my soul present. And yeah. I do want to stay, get a couple tower hits on this. See if I can help my team against her. If she has her ult though, and she ults. We're a little SOL. Yeah, and I'm just gonna back out.
Retreat!
Okay, well she ulted as soon as I was gone. She got a kill, but we killed her as well.
And so our hero story begins.
Oh, maybe I should have stayed there. I didn't have a lot of faith though. I don't want to auto with Anubis. Because if you auto with Anubis, you're slow and he can hit those easily. You just kind of want to run around a little bit. Ooh. Hey, thank you for the ultimate, dude. That's a good trade in my book. Yeah, I do want to run back a little bit, though.
On my way.
Let's heal up on wave. Good shit. They are very aggressive. So we're just going to be playing a little passive until we're able to kind of go in. For me going in, I'm going to need my ultimate. I'm going to need beads for that Anubis.
Did something.
My ultimate to kind of, if they're, you know, staying on me, I can hit them up with that. It'll be good for Anubis if, well, by the time that goes off, Polymorph's not going to really matter too much. Nice. And yeah, just got into melee range, was able to do a lot of damage. And we're gonna attack through. This is a pretty good game. Cernunnos excels in right next to you combat as a hunter. Just because he has an additional 25% extra damage. I feel like we could really go on this Anubis.
Rampage.
Yeah, that was good right there. I ulted, got the Anubis out of there, we were able to get the kill. I missed my last auto, but the assassin lady was able to get the cleanup. And I'm just gonna clean this up. They did, no, that was our reward. Yeah, because this will give us increased healing, a little extra gold and XP. So that's the reason why I got it. I think this game's pretty solid, but I don't want them getting it. And I also would like us to be able to snowball a little bit more. Alright, we're gonna head back, grab tier 2 Wind Demon.
My glaive grows stronger.
They were doing real good early game. That Anubis, again, is very good with hitting his wraps. He's come online for his lifesteal, so I think my next item is going to be a Toxic Blade to kind of shut him down. That's down. I don't really want to fight them right now. I do have my beads. I do have my ult, or I don't have my ult. They're kind of hiding back. Got good damage, backed out before they were able to go in. Wasting his ultimate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think their Pele has given up.
Good game.
Yeah. Pretty good right there. The ultimate's just really good as a defensive ability. Offensive, I'm not super fond of it. I think it is very strong defensive, though. Look at all that damage. Anyway, guys, that was Cernunnos, one before the 10-minute mark. Couldn't even F6. Yeah. It is really good if you're able to lock down those twos. Those twos are probably his, bread and butter right there, just to stun people. And if you're good with hunters, I mean, hunters in general kind of play all the same. Just get good with auto attacks. Let's hit him with a teamwork. And then GG, WP. Nice top minion damage, though, pal. Ooh, sick out damage. Oh, they were fighting. They were fighting. Oh no! Oh no! Oh jeez. Stay mad. Anubis wraps were good though. Soul outdamaged me. Soul had pretty good damage. I was able to get a lot more cleanup. We just kind of snowballed towards the end game right there. But yeah, looks like there was a little bit of trash talk in that game right there. Good overall. I mean, we died so few times as well. Yeah, really good game. Really good game. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.